Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. With that, let's get up to Buffalo. Standing by at New Era Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Here's Tywan Jones on the return. We get set to see Buffalo here in just a second on offense. In week 1, that QB controversy for the Bills waited all of about one half of the first game just to rear its ugly head because you've got Nathan Peterman who did not play well. And then really, to be frank, Josh Allen came in. He didn't do very well either.
You mentioned the head, right? Well, that position got flipped on its head. Remember, A.J. McCarron was supposed to be the starter to begin the year. He's already been traded to Oakland. Josh Allen, many thought that they would go with the rookie. They decided not to. And here comes Nathan Peterman, who struggled in his only start in 2017. He struggles again in 2018. 5 of 18, 24 yards, 2 interceptions. Josh Allen comes in. He's just 6 of 15 for 74 yards. The biggest issue for Buffalo, their offensive line. Neither quarterback will have a chance until they get that taken care of.
Allen looks to throw on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Throwing on first down is Allen. He finds Ivory here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. On first down, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. On second down, here's Allen. Room to run inside the 40. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. Now the first carry for the former Jaguar. This is Chris Ivory. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Allen going to go on fourth down. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. This is first and goal from about the 8.
Now let's go!
Now Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
Well, for Pittsburgh, as they come back out here, it's not going to get much easier. Then the Week 1 tie against Cleveland, Kansas City next week, and then they have Tampa Bay, but then Baltimore and Atlanta the following weeks.
Listen, if you're a defensive back, a secondary player, you better get your rest this week because Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill, they're going to test you down.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Here's Murphy. And now out come the Bills. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, Charles, as we get a look at this lineup here offensively, you kind of touched on the offensive line. They allowed 6 sacks in that Week 1 loss.
I saw them in preseason against a really strong front of Cincinnati and thought that they would struggle this year. And unfortunately, in Game 1, that came to pass. Deion Dawkins, I think, has a bright future at left tackle, but Vlad Dukas, John Miller inside at guard, they've got to shore things up. Otherwise, it doesn't matter who plays quarterback. They won't be able to fashion any offense.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
Allen throwing again. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Allen now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Here we go now.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Chris Ivory that time. And it's 3rd and short. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Making an immediate impact in 2017 was T.J. Watt, the 30th overall pick out of Wisconsin. Everyone expected him to be a guy who could rush the passer, and he did that well with 7 sacks. But his ability to play against the run, to hold the point of attack on the line of scrimmage, also really showed big in his rookie season.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now Allen again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Already, he's top 50 receiving yards in this first quarter, and he's got a first down. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Here we go now.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. T.J. Watt coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to him again. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Allen. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often, 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, getting to the quarterback, that's an area Buffalo really wants to improve this season.
Hard to believe they went to the playoffs last year. Just 27 sacks on the season. Would that rank in the league? 29th
Tied for
overall?
29th.
Tied for 29th. If they want to get back to the playoffs, they'll have to up that number deep into the 30s.
They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually...
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep here, Marcus Murphy. And before the punt, time is going to run out on this first quarter. The Bills with the early advantage. And we're back to upstate New York after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Allen. Left side here, caught by Clay. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Now Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. From midfield, here's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end, and it's 3rd and short.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Stephon Tuitt in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Last week it was Connor filling in for Le'Veon Bell, and he did more than just fill in. He was good.
31 carries, 135 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground, 57 yards receiving as well. You and I talked about this in preseason. He looked like he was back to being the best James Conner we saw at Pittsburgh before he got sick with cancer leukemia. He's back in full form now, and he played a great season opener. Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 45 yards.
Antonio Brown, AB, with just one hand to complete that catch. Is there anything he can't do?
He has just continued to impress year after year, hasn't he?
He has never forgotten that he wasn't considered an elite receiver coming out of college. I think every snap he takes it upon himself to prove that he should have been.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Ben to throw again. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back now comes the offense. Madden spotlight time as we shine it on Josh Allen. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
Yeah, I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Allen. Caught. This is Ivory. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back big plays right there, and the Bills have another 1st down. Allen going to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Javon Hargrave in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 30 yards there. Allen now looks to throw. And he's got his tight end, Clay. Touchdown, Buffalo. Charles Clay, as the first half is winding down, and the Bills will extend their lead. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. This one complete, right side to McDonald. The 40, 30. A big play there just before halftime, and even 50 yards. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And James has it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Roethlisberger to his big target, James, all 6-7 of him for a Steeler first down.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Man open left side as well. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Connor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. He's been pretty good when he's had time. The issue is, as we see here, a lot of times he hasn't had the time.
And a lot of that in getting past it is attitude. How's he projecting? Is he showing that the other team is getting to him? Is he showing his guys up front that he's upset, that he's angry? Or is he still encouraging? Because those guys, they've got to find a way to pick it up. And it always happens a little bit better if they feel like their quarterback's on their side.
So far, 5 sacks against it. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Pass interference, defense.
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Now let's go.
On 1st down, Allen. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. It's Brown. That throw good for 4. It's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And McDonald here over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Here's Roethlisberger. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Star Latulippe in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never brought the play-action fake back and put him on the ground.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Jonathan Bostic in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Allen now on first down, and this is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
Now Allen going to throw again. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Allen. Left side here, caught by Clay. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Throwing on first down is Allen. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. To throw, it's Allen. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to do with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense. And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And it won't be a pick 6, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
On the ground, Ivory. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Hauschka with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Roethlisberger to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd and 4.
Where they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in high.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Now it's Roethlisberger. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left.
Here we go.
Here's Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. 3rd down here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Roethlisberger will throw. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Hank's almost going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted, like you said, the pick on the... And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
This is Ivory, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, here we go. 3,
On 2nd down, Ivory. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a second down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.